Councilville, Illinois, where this used to be a paper printing place.
Yes, it did. There's a lot of history behind the Old Herald, and the reason why the brewmasters and the owners chose the Old Herald as the name.
So what are we doing here?
Man, we got invited to come check out their lineup of beers. They have some awesome craft beers, from the light to the dark and all in between. And you know the two Yachties in beer are going to give them that honest to God truth about what they got. Yes, sir. So we're here, and you know what time it is.
It's beer 30.
Let's get it.
All right, folks, we're back. What's up, Mark?
Man, I am so glad we're at this point. This is the best part of the show.
Oh, yeah. You already know what time it is when we got these tasty beers in front of us.
We get to try out what we just seen brewing, and we have a huge selection today. We have 9 beers that we're going to run through, and they range from like 4% alcohol all the way up to 7.3.
And
so,
boy, oh boy, I can't wait till we get to the 7.3.
And if you guys don't remember, because maybe you clicked off or whatever, this is Corey. He's the brewmaster.
He is the guy behind the science of all these great recipes that we're getting ready to try today.
So he's not going to be giving you guys a vote because it might be biased, but he definitely will be enjoying the beers with us that he brewed.
So let's get into our first beer today. Which one do we have on the lineup today? What are we starting with?
So this one is Weekend Edition. It's 4% alcohol. And Corey, tell us a little bit about the grains that go into this one.
So this is a wheat beer. This is 50% wheat. And then I add in some specialty grains, kind of add some flavors and stuff. And then most of it's just wheat and base malt.
All right, whole lot of wheat we're going to enjoy. All right, so because of this is at a brewery, you can hear the phone ringing in the background. They shut it down strictly for us to film this show, so we really appreciate you guys doing this for us.
Yeah, absolutely. And I appreciate the great tour. If you guys haven't watched the beginning of the episode, make sure to rewind and check out the great tour of this great establishment and brewery.
Yeah, it's freaking awesome. Here in Councilville.
So we're getting into the first one, which is the first pour closest to us, and this is the Weekend Edition. And let's go ahead and we're not going to do the pour on this one because all their beers are freshly on the tap.
Fresh off the tap.
So it's kind of hard to judge the pour because the pour is going to be different per the bartender of how great they are at pouring. So we're not going to judge on the pour tonight. For this episode, but we are going to start with the smell.
Yes.
So let's get into the smell, everybody.
All right. Brewmaster, you go first.
Yep,
What
go
do
ahead.
you smell?
It smells like wheat. So a lot of the flavor that you're actually going to get from this and smells are coming from the wheat, as well as we use a wheat yeast, so it ferments a specific way with that yeast strain.
Interesting.
So that's where a lot of the smells and tastes come from.
So I'm getting a very subtle smell. It's not like harsh on the nostril. It's not like slapping my nostril like some of those IPAs and the stronger alcohol content beers. Yeah. This is real subtle.
Yeah, it's a very, very clean, light wheat taste. And I would rate this right in the middle of the road. I'm going to give this a 3.
You're going to give it a 3?
It's not too strong, and it's not bad. So I'm going to give this one a 3.
I think with how subtle it is and it's not slapping me in the face in a bad way or a positive way, I'm going to be meeting you right there in the middle as well. And what would the brewmaster give it? What would you?
Well, I personally don't like wheats, so this is not my thing. But,
so you're going to give it like a 2? Are you a 2?
It's difficult
on the smell. You're not a fan. Not a fan of the wheat.
Right, but so my personal taste that doesn't matter because for me I have to be able to make it all true to style.
Yeah, and it's for a variety of folks. When you're in his position, you can't just think about self. You got to think about we. Like what does the community and how do you base that? Is it where it's like a survey, or do you look into the statistics of what people in the area generally are drinking, and you kind of put your own spin on certain styles of wheat ales and stuff like that?
Yeah, so what I like to do is I try to throw myself into certain ones and obviously put out ones that I like. But I'm also going to kind of pay attention to which ones are trending. I'm going to try to do beers for the season. Obviously, I don't want to do a whole bunch of stouts in the middle of somewhere.
Right, right.
No one's drinking it. But definitely, I talk to the bartenders a lot because then I can hear, oh, we've got a lot of people asking for this, a lot of people asking for sours. So
I think that's a great way of marketing.
It's
and
very
trying
smart.
to figure out
Very good one.
exactly which brew that he needs to put on the recipe menu.
Yeah. All
So
right.
let's get into
The taste
the
and aftertaste. This is the best part right here.
the taste and the aftertaste,
now?
buddy.
Yeah. You already started.
I did.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I'm
Making the mess.
real bad about it. Gotta drink it right away.
You know what, Yachty? I'm gonna go first on this one.
Well, he's adjusting the microphone. Look
I
out.
like wheat beers, and the reason why is the wheats that I actually like and enjoy. And correct me if I'm wrong because I'm not like a brew master or anything like that. But like the Hefeweizens and stuff like that,
Hefeweizen, yeah.
they're like wheaty. And this kind of reminds me, it takes me back to some of the German Hefeweizens and wheat beers that I've tried.
Yeah.
So I'm going to congratulate you on this particular one because it's very, very clean and crisp.
Yeah, this
Crisp
is pretty
and
good.
clean. So me personally, Yachty, I'm going to give the Brewmaster on this one, on the weekend edition, a 4.
A 4.
What about you, Yachty?
I can't give it a 4 because, like, it's good, but it's middle of the road. You please a lot of people with it. Just keeping it simple. That's what I see that's why I taste. Now, I'm sure there's something in the lineup that's like, oh, you want the best of this? Here it is.
Like for me, I like the initial taste, and the aftertaste is what gets me. It makes me want to have another.
Yeah, it's really good.
Like it's not one of those
For
beers
a
that
wheat beer.
I would get served and be like, man, I'm gonna want to done what else is on the menu. Like if I was the first, this is my first time at the Old Herald, and I came up to the bar and I was like, man, I kind of like wheat beers, and people, like they reference the Hefeweizens and stuff, and they gave me this. I would be more luckily. I would probably try others, but like that would probably be like if I initially got served that, I would probably drink another one.
I would drink another one for sure.
Before I would go to the next lineup. So
This is a light beer. Something.
So what do you give it, man?
This is like a fancy version of Bud Light, in my eyes. It's chill, but the thing. Oh, see, you didn't like that.
Bud Light is a rice beer.
Not even
It's a rice
see,
beer.
Not even the same type of beer. See, shows you how much I know. So I would give it. I'm gonna give it a 3.
You're gonna give it a 3?
Give it right down the middle. But I do want to say that there isn't a bitter aftertaste, which is
It's pleasant. So I mean, I know you're not a wheat fan, even though that you brew this. What would you actually give it? This damn microphone's getting on my nerves.
Oh, no.
Let's tighten it up. Where are you gonna give it?
I mean, so what we try to do with this is we try to make something that's similar to like a Blue Moon. Because we have a lot of people asking that, Blue Moon drinkers. So
I'm one of them.
it's
A
a lot of people ask for that wheat.
But like to me, it doesn't give me a Blue Moon taste. It gives me more of a Hefeweizen.
Right.
It does,
so
yeah.
that's,
You know what I mean?
that's
And
where,
I think you killed it.
That wheat.
That's why I gave
wheat
you 4.
strain kind of
Yeah.
comes in. It's not the same kind of strain that they would use for Blue Moon. And then I have different kind of botanicals that are in there. It's like the orange peel, lemon peel, coriander, stuff like that. But as far as wheats, I honestly really do not like Blue Moon.
Yeah.
I know you like Blue Moon, but I don't.
I had
I
my
can
Blue
drink
Moon
this.
phase. I had my Blue Moon phase until I think what killed my Blue Moon phase was when I actually stepped in and experienced real Hefeweizens from Germany. Like
yeah.
it like made me think like, and then I looked at the Blue Moon. It was like a Belgium ale or something like
Belgian
that.
wit, yep.
Well, yeah, it's like, I'm gonna stick to the Hefeweizens, and I went on a Hefeweizen kick for a minute. But congratulations on this particular recipe. I would recommend it if you come in first time and you want to try something subtle that's not going to slap your palate. that would be a very first good choice, I think.
I would get another one of those.
Yeah, most definitely.
Maybe we should do that for these. Instead of referring it to a friend, would you get another drink of that?
Yeah, we could do that. Or would you refer that to a person that's first coming in for their first time here at the brewery?
Oh, yeah, because
I would definitely.
I think it's right in the middle of the road. It's not too much. It's not too crazy for someone who's into hops. You won't get that with that beer. If you're a wheat guy, you could drink that very easily and love it.
Yep, most definitely. So what we got next on the lineup? We got Miner's Coalsch. Tell us a little bit about this, Brewmaster.
So this is a Coalsch. We kind of did it originally as our version for like the light beers, domestic drinkers. That way they have, a gateway beer.
Like the Budweisers and the Miller Lights and all that. Would that be up that category?
Yes. And then what we actually do with this is with Miners Theater in downtown Collinsville, part of the proceeds from this go back to the Miners Theater.
Oh, that's freaking awesome.
Get it all back up and going.
Wow.
That's awesome.
That's freaking awesome.
It's a beer with a purpose. So we're going to heavily influence you to come in and try a Miner's Coalsch for the smell. We're getting into the smell on this one.
And this is a 5.4%.
Yes.
Not much to it. What about Corey? What do you think?
It doesn't have too much of a. It's like a basic domestic. It kind of reminds me of I don't know why, but the beer that's coming to my mind is Ice House. It gives me like an Ice House, like this is going to be a crisp taste, like a dry. Just by the smell, it makes me feel like it's going to be crisp and dry. Like the aftertaste is going to be very dry.
This is very faint to me.
It's faint.
Yes. I can't even pinpoint a smell on it.
It's not horrible, so I'm going to give it a 3.
Yeah, it should be light and fairly clean.
What about you?
I am going to give it a 3 so if it would have got a 2, it would mean it would stink.
Yeah,
but it doesn't.
Like dirty socks. It's not dirty socks
whatsoever.
It's not dirty socks.
3.
Yeah. So we're 3 on the smell, equally across the board for the Yadai.
And that seems to be the common thing. You know what I mean? If it's good, it's good. If it's really good, you get in the 4s and 5s. If it sucks, you're getting in the 2s and 1s.
So let's get into the taste and aftertaste.
Cheers.
Yeah,
Cheers,
just now get into it.
Oh. I don't like it.
It gave me that dry, clean aftertaste. Like the aftertaste is not bad. If I would say
it is dry.
With what he suggested, it's in that middle of the road, that main domestic, like a Budweiser or a Miller, or you know what I mean, like the coolers, like the regular, not the Bud Light or the Coolers Light or the Miller Light, just like the Miller. The coolers, the Budweiser. This is like the Old Herald.
This reminds me of PBR.
Yeah, like it has like a basic, like.
That's what it is.
Hey, you know what?
I was trying to pinpoint on what did it taste like. That's what it is.
You know what? It's like we're gonna tailgate today. I'm gonna drop the tailgate down on them, and we're gonna drink some of this Meyer Coalsch, and I'm doing a good job because half the proceeds are going over there to the theater.
Yeah, Billy.
I'm good with it. No, I'm just playing. No, it's really clean and crisp, and I personally agree with the brewmaster on this, of it being halfway. So I'm going to meet you in the middle of the road and say 3 for the taste and aftertaste.
Yeah, it's not bad either. I'm waiting for something bad so I can at least stick to my reputation of being an asshole on certain things.
Yeah, but I mean, for that taste and aftertaste, the initial taste is that bold domestic, and the aftertaste is subtle. It's not but it is dry. It gives you kind of a dry, but it makes you want to drink again.
Yeah, and if you're into that PBR type of beer, I mean, this is it right here.
That would be definitely a go-to.
And you could get this and actually be contributing to a good cause. So that You're winning. You're winning, man.
You're winning by drinking.
Like, baby, I gotta drink the whole 6-pack. This is, I mean, I gotta drink.
I'm giving
I gotta
back
do
to the
6 of them
theater.
when
I'm
we're
giving
at
back to the theater. Don't
Yeah.
you want to go to the theater?
I'm helping
Yeah.
the people.
Yeah, I'm
Helping the people by drinking. God dang,
You come
fill
home
me up.
drunk. She's like, "Where you been? Helping the people.
Helping the
Helping
people.
the
Helping the people.
Miners Coalsch.
Yeah, Miners Coalsch. So
Drunk
what do
as
you
keg.
what do you give it, Yachty?
I'm gonna give it a 3.
You're gonna give it a 3.
That's probably gonna be the most common rating for me because we're dealing with nice beers are not bad yet so far.
Yet.
So
See
far.
how you said yet?
Yeah, because they're. I mean,
Brewmaster's
I haven't
getting
had
worried
them
over
all.
here.
I'm in punching distance. I better keep my mouth shut.
Yeah. All right. Next up, folks, we got the Impressionable.
Impressionable.
So highlight a little bit about this beer and, kind of give us an idea of how you come up not only with the recipes, but the actual names to the beers.
Yeah.
All right, so Impressionable is a session IPA. I wanted something that's kind of hoppy, but most IPAs are real big beers. You're thinking like 6-7%, and you're not really gonna have many of those. You might have 1, 2, and you're set.
Right.
Yeah.
But with this one, we're coming in at 4.2, I think, if I remember right.
4.8.
Oh yeah, well it was designed to be 4.2.
It's set in the barrel a little bit, up the level a little bit.
Yeah. So, but I mean, still 4.8. You're not anything crazy.
Yeah, you can drink a couple without getting crazy.
Right. So, and then I went with like classic hops. So it should be something. I've got some citrus, grapefruit sort of thing, and some floral. So it should kind of play and balance together. I know not everyone's a hop person, but.
And I love how when we were taking the tour, how you said that, the initial step of a brew is like basically making like a tea.
Right.
You know what I mean? And him being able to highlight the ingredients per se of what was thrown, not the special spices or whatever, but the main flavors that are going to kick you in the palate. Let's get into the smell. Oh yeah, that definitely has a nice IPA smell.
Ooh, that does.
I do smell that citrusy, floral kind of scent to it. Does get me very interested in what it actually is going to taste like. So I'm personally going to give it a 4. I do like the smell.
It is a blend of Cascade and Citra. So the Cascade's your floral classic hop, and the Citra's where that citrus is really coming in.
Love it.
Okay.
What's up?
I'm giving it a 4 because that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
We got him over the top.
We got me over halfway.
That's great. That's great. Good job on that.
Yeah, I'm giving it a 4. Yeah.
So now, Brewmaster's like, man,
He's like, I ain't got time
I gotta
to
hurry
wait."
up. Hurry up. Let me taste and make sure it's good.
That's quality control.
Yeah.
Yeah, quality control. I like it. So we're gonna get into the taste and aftertaste, folks. And this one is the Impressionable.
4.8.
For an IPA, that's pretty damn smooth.
It doesn't have like the kickback of
That doesn't
IPA usually
have.
has.
Some of the IPAs are so damn
Shit.
hoppy. It has like that. What would you say, Mark? That dirt.
the dirt taste.
That
Yeah.
dirt like grainy, sandy aftertaste.
Yeah.
Like you just got punched them out with a sandbag. This is so subtle. It's
Wow,
like,
that's
what
impressive
the-
for. Like, I'm not a big IPA guy.
He is not. Like I have turned him on to IPAs. Like we were drinking there for a while. Incarnation. And Incarnation will slap you upside the head. But this is like a subtle IPA to where like you can drink a couple of them and not be sloppy. And I like that. I like that you killed that shit.
This has a really good like
And
hoppy taste. It's not too much.
and the aftertaste is great, so I'm gonna give him a 4.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you could say it's pretty impressionable.
Do you know the guy who made
Oh, look at that! Look at that! He used
the name?
The
was
name
perfect for it.
is pretty impressionable.
Yeah,
I mean-
you're getting a 4 from me. This is good.
4 for
This
the
is
Yachty.
good. Yeah, like if you're gonna do IPA and you're like
for
in
the Yachty.
between.
You got 4s on the Yachties
This
for
is
the
what you
Impressionable. So I would personally recommend this to anybody that wants to come in that's a fan of IPAs and you want to try something that's smooth, settle, and the great taste and aftertaste. The Impressionable would be my suggestion for people that are IPA lovers.
Yeah, definitely. And if you're not an IPA lover, this is still a great beer. Like I would get another one of these, and I'm not.
And you don't
IPA
even
guy.
like IPAs.
Yeah.
So
I would get another one.
that says a lot. That's very...
Impressionable.
You got
there you
two
go.
beers on here that I would drink twice. That's good.
That's
Usually it'd be
great.
like one maybe.
Oh yeah, no, I wanted that to be more of like a gateway IPA because for me, honestly, when I first got into beer, I hated IPAs, but until I found the one that was like, okay, this is good, and I could drink another, and it branched out from there, found ones that were like that, and then.
That was after he came up with the Impressionables.
Yeah.
He's like, you know what? I finally found a IPA that I can
I
drink.
guess I can drink more.
That's great. So next we're going to get into the Exclusif.
Oh, and this
So,
thing's 6.5.
6.5, so we're jumping up quite a bit.
shit.
So tell us a little bit about this one.
So this is a rye saison. So you should get farmhouse ale sort of fermentation flavors as well as some of the spice from the rye in this one.
So if somebody was to come in, what beer would they reference if they were brand new and they were coming in? And do you have a beer that's like this? What would be a comparison to this?
Oh boy, there's a whole lot of different saisons out there.
Which one comes to your
Most
mind?
common one.
What's the most common one?
I think a lot of people drink Tank 7 maybe.
Tank 7? Well,
Okay.
we actually tried that one time. Yes. That was a rough one.
Yeah.
That was pretty rough.
It has some.
Yeah.
I don't like saisons, I'll be honest. That's not my thing. But there's a lot of people that do and enjoy the flavors. But,
Well, speaking of flavors, let's get into the smell and see how this hits the nose right there, the nostril.
The nozzles.
The nozzles. You know what?
Very faint. It's not strong.
Very faint again.
not going to punch you in the face.
It's not punching me in my nostril. It's not Mike Tyson to me.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to give that a middle of the road. I'm going to give it a 3.
I'm going to match you on that, Yachty, because it's not over the top and it's not below the belt. So, yeah, 3 definitely on the smell. Good job.
Getting 3s from both of us.
And the best part, taste and aftertaste.
Yes, cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Oh, shit. I like that.
That's way better than
like
Tank
that.
7 if you reference Tank 7, because Tank 7 was like dirt.
Oh, yeah, no, again,
That was very crisp, smooth, and pleasant.
So, that dirt reference you're talking about, dirt, it's like a very minute on the back end of this, but it's not noticeable like if you're just drinking them. Like, I had to really like, oh, there it is. And it's not enough for me to be like, fuck this. Because usually I'm like, no, I don't like drinking dirt.
yeah, I call it the farmhouse funk, which is why I don't like saisons, because they have that same farmhouse funk through them. And this one, it's got enough going on, enough balance between other things that it doesn't take over.
Yeah, it's just not there.
I like it.
So, Corey, let me ask you this. Is there a specific way to taste a beer? You know how they do wine, you got to spin it in the glass and all that crap. Is there a specific way or just...
Well, I'm sure there is.
You don't know? We don't know it either. We just...
Corey says, you know what? Get into it and throw it back.
Yeah. Take it to the head. See what happens.
Well, I mean, everyone has their own flavor on things, so what they get from it, how they taste it, if you drink it a different way than you normally drink,
Then what's the point?
right?
Yep. Good call.
So we've finished our first flight. We're going to get right back to you guys.
Hold on.
Oh, dang.
What are you going to give it?
Taste and aftertaste. I'm jumping ahead.
He's ready to get a whole
taste,
other set.
Yeah,
We got
I'm
5
ready
more
for
to
the
go.
next 5. The taste and aftertaste, I'm going to give it probably a 3.
You know, I'm giving it a 4 because for what it is, that's impressive.
Mark was like, I'm going to throw it back.
Yeah, because, like, come on, that's supposed to taste like dirt. There's supposed to be some dirt in there.
If he
it was so minute.
You know, he referenced Tank 7 on that, and, like, you killed.
They got blown out
killed
of the water.
Not hating on the brewmaster of whoever created Tank 7, but, you know, Corey killed it on the
man,
on the Exclusif.
Y'all better look out. He's coming for the title.
Yeah, he's coming with that Exclusif.
Yeah,
with the
F. F at the end.
Yep, F at the end. But once again, we'll be right back for the next 5 on the lineup. And Corey, I appreciate you sitting down with us and being our special guest today. All right, now we're back. Round
quick.
2. We got 5 of them in front of us, and now we're gonna get into the next. So what we got up next?
So this is actually 7.3. This is Printer's Ink.
And this is like Corey said on the brewing tour. He said that this is your
Flagship.
your flagship, and this is the one that you actually can.
Yes.
So this is the one that they can actually come in and grab a 6-pack.
Yes.
And what do they retail for?
I don't know off the top of my head.
He said,
I just
call and find
Just go
out.
to the
He's
website
like,
or show up to
I just
the
make the
restaurant.
beers. Don't worry about it. But today we're getting into the review of Printer's Ink. So the first review portion of this
Is the smell.
That gives me a very familiar smell. I don't know what it smells like, but it's familiar.
Chocolate, coffee.
Yeah, coffee.
Yeah.
Doesn't smell like ink. That's a good thing.
Does it look like ink?
It
Sure
does.
does.
Which
Has
is
that dark, rich, chocolatey coffee flavor, and the head kind of reminds me like the
Looks like
top of
espresso.
it kind of espresso, and it also reminds me of like a Guinness.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
how Guinness settles when it stops fizzing. It kind of gives you that Guinness look. So, what the Printer's Ink? What category of lagers or ales is this in?
So this is kind of an amalgam of styles, so it doesn't exactly fit spot on into either. So we just call it a black ale.
Good reference. Black, and it's an ale. You know what?
Ink.
Yes,
Printer's Ink.
it's an ink drink, so drink it.
Right. So I mean,
He took the DR off a drink and said ink.
so it's really close to like a Schwarzbier, which is a black lager, but it's a different kind of yeast. It's fermented differently, and then it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't fit that one exactly. So it kind of makes its own.
With this being your flagship beer, would you say out of all the beer processes of making the beers, is this like, do you have your favorite one to make? Is this like one of your favorites to make?
So making them, most of them smell pretty similar, and the process is pretty similar between all of them. But all the ones that are darker have a lot more dark and roasty grains. So honestly, it smells a lot like a donut shop downstairs when I'm brewing it, and it smells great.
So you love the smell of the actual brewing process.
Who would have thought?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's pretty interesting.
Were you actually in the process of making any of them downstairs while we were downstairs?
No,
All right.
no, they're just fermenting.
I knew that donut shop didn't exist. We're gonna have to come back. But going on to this initial smell, what do you give it, Yadi?
I'm gonna give it a 3. It's right in the middle of the road again. It does have that hint of chocolate smell to it. It makes me want to drink it or eat
And
it.
I'm gonna have to agree with you on that. With that 3, 3 for me as well, because it doesn't slap me in the face, nor does it hit me below the belt. It's right there, it's subtle, but it does make me want to figure out how this is going to set on my
This
palate.
beer looks so good though in the
It
glass.
does.
I
It
mean,
does. It looks beautiful in the
head on
glass.
it and
I mean,
everything
you
is-
tilt
it's
it.
just keeping.
It's looking great in the glass. So 3 for me, 3 for him for the pour, and let's get into this taste and aftertaste. This is my favorite part.
Oh yeah. Cheers.
Man, that's so good.
Shit,
That
I
is
don't.
absolutely delicious. I know you're not a big
I know.
black ale Guinness type person, but to me, it's very subtle, smooth, makes me want it. I could drink this all night.
Like, the aftertaste doesn't exist. There's no aftertaste. Like, I could drink this.
Oh, man.
And this is smooth. This is like
no
smooth.
aftertaste? Does the initial taste like the aftertaste?
Yeah, it does. There's nothing that's kicking me in the nuts afterwards. You know, it's smooth. Like, I get the same flavor the whole way through.
So it's all the way through kind of taste. What do you say, Brewmaster?
I mean, it's dark, it's roasty.
Roasty, definitely.
It does not hit like a dark roasty beer. It's a lot smoother, cleaner.
Yeah, it's way cleaner.
That's why I like it.
I got a little residual here.
I like the weak shit.
Well, it doesn't feel like you're chewing on a beer because a lot of the stouts and dark beers are super thick and
super thick.
Heavy on you.
And this is just
I'm gonna give it a 4.
And this is a 7.3, by the way.
That does not.
Like, this does not taste like a 7.3.
It does not slap
it's
you
not
like
heavy
a 7.3.
like
It does not slap you like a 7.3.
No, not at all.
I gave it a 4. What do you give it, Yachty?
I'm giving it a 4.
Ooh, congrats on the 4 for the Printers Inc.
You know, Impressionable was the only other one that got 2 4s.
I mean, he's staying consistent right there in the middle playing ground, which is really, really good because we haven't even went below the belt not one time in this review.
I know.
So you're holding your weight, dude.
Yeah, because I love.
You know what?
Shit.
It kind of makes me appreciate now and respect when he said that he actually teaches over at the college about the brewing process. So you know, I understand why, because I haven't found a beer yet that has been below the belt kicking the nuts.
You got some nasty beer up in here so I can complain?
no, I like to make beer that does not suck.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect answer. Perfect
So we're getting
answer.
into this Brew Fest. Tell us a little bit about the Brew Fest, Corey.
So the Brew Fest Brown was actually created as a collab for the Rivers and Routes. It was, if I remember right, 6 breweries that kind of came together, and we just had like a general, we're doing it brown, here's kind of the range that we wanted it to be in, and then everyone kind of picked a Illinois locally sourced thing to add to it. So for this one, we chose to do wheat. That's all Illinois grown wheat, and then I brewed the brown. It turned out lighter than I was kind of planning on.
You wanted it to be dark like the ink?
Well, I mean, light on alcohol.
Oh,
I was shooting
okay.
for like 4.3. It ended up coming at 4%, but it does still have all those dark roasty notes that you'd have in a brown, but it drinks a lot smoother and lighter.
So would this be like, if a person wanted to make a reference, again, coming in here for the first time and they like a brown ale, would it be similar to like Newcastle? Would that be the route that we would take on that?
So if someone came in asking for a Newcastle brown, I would point them towards this. I mean, I wouldn't say it drinks like that one at all because...
But if you like brown ale, give this one a shot and see how you like it?
Yes.
Okay. So for the initial smell, what are you thinking, Yachty? Very subtle again.
Yeah, there's...
Mystery.
Damn, I think I got COVID. I don't smell anything.
Oh, damn.
You can still taste. You should be good, right?
Yeah, as long as it tastes good, don't matter.
It's very subtle on the
Very.
nostrils. I'm going to give it a 3. Middle of the road.
I'm
Head
giving
below
it...
the bell.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm giving it a 3 because I don't smell anything on it, which is a good thing. I mean, I'd rather it not smell than smell like dirty socks. So
3 for the smell, folks. My favorite part of the show. Taste and aftertaste.
here we go. People are calling in.
Yeah, they're calling in. Another. Very clean.
Wow. You know, I really like that. That's pretty good.
He's a magician.
Yeah. Yeah. So
You're a brewmaster magician.
this honestly turned out better than I could hoped because we were kind of just throwing some stuff together, doing it a little bit weird because wheat's normally not in browns.
Yeah.
So
No.
this turned out better
Wow.
than I could have hoped for.
And this is locally sourced wheat.
And it's really,
Good old
really
Illinois.
It's really, really smooth. Like for the toasty brown, it's very subtle and smooth. I'm gonna have to give them a 4 on this because that makes me want to drink one even after the show.
Yeah, especially being able to.
That might be honestly
wheat.
for me, because I like the darker ales, and the darker brews. This would probably be my go-to if the printer's ink was out.
Well, here comes the hammer because
Oh damn!
I will drink this more than Printer's Ink because this has got the wheat that I love in it too. Mm-hmm. So I'm like,
So what do you give it? What do you
I'm
give
giving
it?
it a 5. This is like I will drink this.
Ooh, Mark's up
This
there with
this
the
is
5.
like this has got best of both
Dude,
worlds.
You got a 5-star or
Mark.
5 beer rating. This is a 5
Yeah.
beer. When you get a 5 beer, you know you the shit. So,
But I didn't get enough beer. I think I need more.
man, there's a hole in your cup, man.
Yeah, there's
Stop
a hole
playing.
in there.
I don't know what happened.
Yeah, it's getting a 5. Isn't that rare?
That is super rare. So Corey, on to the next.
Sports Page
Sports
Lite.
Page Lite. Give us a little insight of what the Sports Page Lite is.
Sports Page Lite is basically our version of a domestic because we have so many people come in asking for domestics. But it's funny because everyone rags on domestics, but they're actually the hardest ones to make.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes. There's like IPAs, I can throw shit tons of hops in it. If I mess something up, you won't taste it. But if I mess anything up in that process, you're going to taste it.
Because it's so light.
Yes. Yeah, so this is honestly probably the one that I'm the most proud of that kind of like flexes my skill in the brewery.
So this one would be, I'm just assuming, since we're going domestic, so the Miner's Coalsch is like your PBR, your Budweiser, your Miller, your Coolers. This would be the light version of the
Those,
domestic.
yeah.
So you would have your Bud Light, your Coolers Light, your Miller Light. I don't know if PBR has a light or not because I don't really drink
The
PBR.
lights.
So this would be your light beer. So let's get into the smell, guys.
Yeah. That smells like a light beer for sure.
Light beer for real.
Let me pour this on me and see if it smells like I had a long night out.
I'm gonna have to give it I'm gonna probably give it a 3, just because it doesn't like slap me and it doesn't hit me below the belt again.
Well, I think for what it is, it's serving its purpose. For the beer that you're trying to achieve, like,
It just doesn't.
yeah.
It's very subtle. It doesn't have too much. It's just there. It's probably your safe lane beer.
It's light, clean, crisp.
It's
lager.
very light, and this is kind of a good thing for people who like to drink a lot. If you get trashed on this, your skin and clothes won't smell that bad if you spill one of these on you, because it happens. You'll come home and your wife won't even know you've been drinking. Well, she would know, but you wouldn't smell like it.
What the
at
hell?
least.
What the hell is this?
So, in that retrospect, I'm gonna give this a 4. Like you could spill this on yourself and be fine. You won't smell it.
Mark said, "You're good. You're good."
Yeah, you're good. Just drink one of these. You don't need a Bud Light.
Favorite part of the show again.
Oh, they always are. The most commonly.
This is
Well,
the taste
most common.
and the aftertaste of the light version of their domestic called Sports Page Light.
And this is a 4.3.
And this is another newspaper reference.
Yeah.
I love that your guys' whole thing is
Being attacked by
wrapped
flies.
around the history of this building and
Yeah,
what it resorts to.
I'm being attacked by flies right now.
Yeah.
They're like going in on me. They didn't like the last thing I
And
said.
it's probably our fault because
Yeah,
you
they're
know,
like, ooh, let me get
and I want to just say this on camera. It's probably the Two Yachties and Beer fault about the flies because Corey did have the door open for a good period of time while we loaded in all of our equipment. Because when we come to your establishment to do a review like this, and Corey will agree, we come with the lights, camera, and action. So I hope you guys are ready for the Two Yachties and Beer to be at your brewery next. So I apologize about the
shameless
flies.
promo, ain't it?
I'm just saying. Just saying. So let's get into the taste and aftertaste.
Yeah, cheers.
Yeah, I'll be babysitting. That's super light. Yeah. Out the gate, I'm going to have to give this a 5.
Man.
That's a lawn mowing beer.
You ain't lying. I can drink this on the boat all freaking day.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I think I'm a heavyweight.
So my question to you, Corey, is,
wow.
And maybe this is something that, that you'll need the big boss approval on, but when are you guys, I know that you are canning the printer's ink. When are you guys going to start the canning process to the sports page Lite? So, people that are on the river can come and, get a 30-pack of this.
So we do some canning. It's kind of just dependent on what we have and when we have time. It's just difficult because, honestly, I don't think I could keep up with the cans for this.
Yeah. That's a beating on the chest without beating on the chest. King Kong.
I agree.
He's King Kong in the light beer gang. He said he can't even keep up with the beer canning process. But I guarantee that you either outsource or you have somebody to can this beer for you. I guarantee that they would be more than happy to can this beer for you. Because you guys, I'm telling you, like, me and Yachty, we went down to the Old Bakery Brewery, and they were here this past weekend for the craft beer fest that you guys did, which congratulations on your guys' success. Me and Yachty, we went down there. We're going to get ready to do their beer review here soon, and we saw their process through window glass, not Lauren down there being able to walk us through the whole process, but they do have a canning process, and they have some beautiful can labels and stuff like that. And I'm very excited because I'm repping Collinsville to the, even on the shirts. Big shout out to Judy and Mike for giving us, some sponsorship on the ketchup bottle. If you guys don't know about Collinsville, Illinois, all you have to do is world's largest ketchup bottle. We're kind of known for that.
There's no ketchup in that bottle, by the way.
There's no ketchup in the bottle. You can't put it on your hot dog or your bratwurst.
Be up underneath.
There's no nozzle down there to feed the ketchup. But this shirt is priceless.
Size does matter.
It kind of reminds me of back to the Holloware days of your funny T-shirts. Big shout out to Judy and Mike for giving us some shirts to rep the Collinsville ketchup bottle on the show. But I would highly suggest you guys look into this for the next summer season of having this in a can form for people to be able to float up and down the river and support it.
And one more thing about the T-shirts, they are available here at the Old Herald Brewery. So if you ever want some, you just come on in. Just make sure you get a beer first. Get you a sports page. Get you a sports page. Get the sports page.
You need a shopping beer.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. You got to drink while you shop.
So, Mark, I gave it a 5 out the gate. What are you going to give it?
I am actually going to match that because I haven't had a beer that's that smooth that I could literally go and drink on a boat all day long and not look like an amateur lightweight, because I am. So, I look like a pro if I'm drinking that. It's light,
and I wonder how that would.
It's smooth too.
I wonder how that would hold up on one of those. What is it?
Growler.
A growler. I wonder how. Do you guys sell those?
Yeah, we have a couple different growlers. We've got one that's your standard glass one. We've got a big old stainless steel one. We've got one that's a gallon.
So I mean, maybe the way that you do it is do like a half keg on the boat.
Yeah.
Put it on some ice.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like a whole nother human floating down the river with you, but it'll be all right.
At least we're not littering with cans. That's less trash.
Yeah, just give the half kegger a life jacket. It'll float down the river. Where's the nozzle? I need some more. My cup's empty. No, I'm just playing. But great job.
Wow,
So, what would you rate that one of your tops? I mean,
That's my lunch beer.
Yeah, so that's a 5 for Corey. I'm gonna just say it for him, so he doesn't sound too
pretentious.
Yeah. So big shout out to Corey for his sports page.
Yeah.
And
well done. Wow.
Well done on that, Corey. Most definitely.
So this next one's 5.8, by the way. This is late edition.
Late edition. Explain the name.
So it's kind of a play on words for us. So it's late edition, like a late newspaper edition. But on the beer process, if you add hops later in the boil, it's a late addition.
Oh, okay.
So late addition hops, you get more of the hop flavor, not really the bitterness from the hops.
So that's what you did with this?
Yes.
Added the hops later in the process.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yep. So you got Mandarina, which has like a mandarin orange sort of thing, and then Citra, which is that nice citrus note.
I smell it.
Oh, wow, yeah. I smell it, yeah.
I think sitting by the brewmaster instead of reading the description off the cans
It's a whole lot better.
Actually helps a lot.
Yeah.
Big shout out to Derek and the whole Old Herald Brewery and Distillery for letting us come in and actually do this.
Wow. That's pretty good.
I'm going to give it a 4 on the smell because
Yeah.
it entices me to drink this.
Yeah, I mean, you got that hoppy smell to it, but it's not a real kick in the nuts. It does make me want to have one, though.
Yeah, it kind of
It
like,
really does.
you know, the other hoppy beer, which was the Impressionable, it wasn't like a, this is like a more intense hop smell than the Impressionable.
It is, but it's smooth.
And it kind of
It's
it gives
smooth.
me more of a hoppy incarnation smell. That real real strong IPA smell.
Yeah.
It kind of gets that, has that funk. I like it. That's that good
He
funk.
likes that funk.
I like that good funk.
I mean, that's I'm sure that's 100% dependent on whichever hops are used. 'Cause this has one of the hops is the same, but the other hop is totally different. So that's why the nose on these smells so different.
Mm-hmm. What are you gonna give it, Yachty?
I'm giving it a 4 because
He's mashing me on the 4.
yeah, for
the smell.
what it is, wow, yeah, that's right there. And it's not enough to where it's like, oh God, that's too much. You know, it's like
Some of them like that. They're so hoppy that they almost smell like weed.
Yeah.
And you crack the
Yeah.
can open and it like fills up the whole room. And like, what the who has the weed?
right. Then you got a whole bunch of people sitting next to you, like, hey man, how you?
Like,
new
nah,
friends.
man, it's just the beer.
Yeah.
Nah, come on, break the bag out. No, but yeah, you did a great job on the smell. We're to the best part of the show.
Taste time.
Taste time, folks.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
It's a little bitter.
Yep. It has that bitter hoppiness. And I love that we've been sitting here and they're closed on Mondays. And we've had so many folks stop
Try to
by.
come in.
All because one
Check
car.
me in the door.
Hey, yeah, all because one car is in the driveway. I
Yeah.
love it. People are like,
Yeah,
they're
this-
probably here trying to get some of that printer's ink.
Yeah.
We're seeing the fiends come to the doorway.
Shit, sports page light is what they're looking for.
I know.
I'm telling you.
I know.
See the phones
For
ringing now.
the taste and aftertaste, I'm gonna probably have to give it. I like the IPAs. I'm gonna give them a 4 on that because it's not real dirt on the aftertaste. It makes me want to have another drink.
I'm not IPA guy, so I'm
Definitely
gonna be,
not. I've been out with Mark plenty of times drinking. He is definitely not an IPA.
That
First
was
time
a-
I gave him our Incarnation, he's like, "What the heck is
Yeah,
that?"
every time I take it, I'm like, doing it for the team. Do it for the
No,
gram.
he does it for the buzz because those
Do it for the
IPAs will lift you up.
Yeah, you get lit off
Yeah,
of one.
you'll get litty.
Um,
What are you gonna give?
I'm gonna meet it in the middle of the road because
Gonna give it a 3.
that one is, I mean, for someone who likes IPAs, yeah, you would love that. I'm not a big IPA
And that's the reason
guy.
why I give it a 4.
Yeah, that's why I'm giving it middle of the road. You know, it's good, but it's not my forte, so it's getting right down the middle.
And big shout out to Corey for not even getting a 2 as of yet. We still have one beer to go.
Got one to go.
There's still a chance
Yeah.
because we have Mr. Asshole sitting right to the right of you.
I mean, and this next one is called Apricot Weekend, so it's a play on one of the other ones.
Yeah, so it's actually that weekend edition that we had at the very beginning.
Oh.
I took off 2 barrels of that, and I threw in 28 pounds of apricot puree. Just let it rest on that.
Boy.
So we've got a solid note of apricot in there.
So out of all the different fruit flavors that you could have picked, why'd you pick that?
I've done multiple different versions. I've done a plum version. I've done a blueberry, apricot. I just kind of
which version of it so far has been, you think, the fan favorite?
I don't know.
I have to ask the bartenders.
Did you do a blueberry one yet?
Yeah. So I did blueberry, and then so probably right now I would, if I remember right, it's either blueberry or the apricot. I think blueberry might. I mean, honestly, blueberry makes it look all sorts of pretty. So people love pretty beer.
Yep, they do. So for the smell,
for a blueberry beer, they're really good. So let's see what apricot does. Oh, you can smell it. Mm-hmm. That's nice.
Kind of makes me interested in what it tastes like because I haven't had an apricot beer before.
Yeah, it's very subtle. Like, doesn't kick me in the nuts, which is nice.
Doesn't have dirty socks. Doesn't have dirty laundry.
Yeah, we try to make everything nice, clean, balanced because we don't want anything punch you in the face because you want to be able to taste all the different things in it.
Is that one of the like hints and teachings that you do at your class?
To be balanced?
Yeah, to where it's not like the dirty sock. You want your smells to be on point because smell is a crucial part to drinking something. Because I think when you initially go to drink, you're going to smell it anyways. And I know naturally a lot of people smell what they're getting ready to taste. It's just I think human habit. So is that one of the
balance
key points?
Is definitely crucial because again if it's not balanced, you have an extreme in one direction, that flavor just kind of takes over. So if
most
you're
definitely
shooting for something and it's just extreme in one way, that you're gonna hit certain groups are gonna like it. Like, oh yeah, I love watermelon, I love blueberry, I love apricot. But if it's the person who's like, I want the beer and I want notes of that, they're totally gone for it.
Yep, because if it's too sweet, I wouldn't drink it.
Right.
And that's where most of the beers fail at when they do the flavors. Where it's
another question,
like
since we're going to be releasing this by the end of the month, with this being a special out of the lineup brew, is this something that you're going to have by, say, you'll still have some by the end of the month so people can come in?
It all depends on how much people drink because I've got 2 barrels of it and that's
it.
Yes.
So it's a special limited edition brew. So
it.
you can bring your asses down here and we'll try to hurry up and get, maybe we'll have this be a off-cycle edition so we can release it and have more people come, and maybe we're the reason why this damn beer gets emptied out of these 2 barrels. So for the initial smell, what do you give it?
I'm giving it down the middle of the road 3. It's very subtle. It's not, balanced. That's the word. It's very balanced. So I'm giving it a 3.
I'm going to give it a 4 because it does have a pleasant smell. It does entice me to want to drink it. So
that's every beer.
Yeah. There he goes. He's throwing jabs. But I'm going to give it a 4 because I just wanted to be different this time than Mark, and it definitely doesn't deserve a 2. So I'm going to give it a 4.
It would never get a 2.
Yeah, I'm giving it a 4. So on to my favorite part of the show, folks, and we got taste and aftertaste.
And this is our last beer, so.
Last beer of the show.
Okay. Wow. No bitterness. Great aftertaste. Oh, shit, you did your thing on this.
Boy.
Yeah, wheats are great for fruit. It makes it feel nice, juicy.
And this is a playoff, the weekend's edition?
Yep.
Boy.
So I really like the fact that this tastes like, I probably got it wrong because my palate's all jacked up, but this tastes like a wheat beer that I enjoy drinking, and then I got the hints to make it a little bit different than my regular beers I'll drink. And it's not like, oh, man, that's too sweet. I can only have one of those, because that's usually what the case is when you deal with sweet beers that got the flavors in them. But this one, shit.
So was there anything other than the puree that you threw in there?
Nope, I just added 28 pounds of apricot puree. That's the only difference.
Wow, that worked.
And you know what? The aftertaste is
Keep that distributor, whoever they are.
the aftertaste is really nice on this. I'm gonna give it a 4.
I agree. Like, it's very difficult to get a flavored beer and make it to where you would have 2 of them.
Yeah,
I could have 2 of those.
It's like a twist. To me, it reminds me of a twist between like a wheat beer and like a cider.
Yeah.
It's like the mixture of the two with the flavors. It's like the initial taste is of a wheat beer. The aftertaste gives me that ciderness.
Yeah, you get the flavor and you're still drinking your wheat style beer.
And the thing I love is we've drank 9 beers, 9 samples of their flights, and the flights you're more than welcome to try 4 at a time. We've tried 9 today, and the fact that each one of them, we've drank all 9, and my palate is not like, it's not fucked up.
No.
Like each one of them were individually glassed, rinsed. The next 5 that we drank, and each of them had like the very distinguished, very crisp, clean. Like that's out of the total review. If we were to give a total review, and we'll get into that here.
Oh yeah, I already got the results.
Yeah, like I just want to like elaborate a little bit. Let me click off of this, click off of that. All right. Elaborating on all 9, like a total review of our experience here at the brewery, Yachty. What is your first impression to the last impression and all in between, from the tour to meeting Corey, hanging with Derek for a minute? Big shout out to Derek and the staff.
Yes.
What would your total review of the Old Herald be?
First off, I think the fact that it was an old newspaper printing facility.
And they paid homage to it instead of
Yes.
trying to change the branding.
Yeah. They like redid the whole building. I mean, was it abandoned at one point and then they brought it back? You know?
I don't know.
It was run down and brought it back to life.
I know that there wasn't nothing in this building for a long time.
Okay. So,
And then, big shout out to our friend Nancy that has a barbershop at the end of this building.
Yeah, Nancy.
And then there was a restore shop.
She just cut
there
my
was
hair.
restore shop, Habitat for Humanity. They used to be down at the inn, and they moved locations, so that's empty. And that was during the transition of Derek taking ownership of the entire facility. And first they started with the Old Herald Brewery, then COVID happened, kind of put a damper on stuff. And then now they have such a phenomenal outdoor stage where they do live entertainment. Any local bands that may be watching that are fans of beer, that most bands are fans of beer. We have a great. I mean, Collinsville is known for the ketchup bottle, but they are now going to be known for having one of the best outdoor pavilion amphitheater type settings in a small downtown area that you can perform at. And people bring their lawn chairs, they hang out. We're getting ready to run some lighting, so it's going to have a real beer garden type of vibe to it. Me and you have actually tried their ice cream over at the Old Herald.
Old Herald.
Our ladies went. It was funny. Our ladies chose the.
It's perfect.
It was funny. Our ladies chose the double chocolate chip cookie dough, and me and Yachty, we played it safe with the cotton candy. The cotton candy was fucking delicious. So I would definitely recommend, if you're on a date night and you want to go from having dinner, beer, shots, live entertainment, and end it the night with a little ice cream or something for dessert, you have a one-stop shop here at the Old Herald. Would you not agree?
I agree. So to answer your first question before you went on down the rabbit hole, I am very impressed. See, with my graphic design background, I am all about branding. And I mean, every little thing has the logo on it. It's just perfect. And then, as you've seen in the intro of the show, like, everything has the logo on it. It's so perfectly branded. And the fact that it's paying homage to a newspaper company that used to be in this building in Collinsville, oh, it's a home run. Now you add the beer. You add a distillery because it's more, they got spirits too. And we will do a special episode on that. But first, with the beer, I am very impressed because usually I'll find some beers. You give me a lineup, I'm not gonna like something.
He's gonna fuck it up. He's gonna find something that's gonna have a one or a two.
Yeah,
most definitely.
Yeah. So I don't know how you did it, Corey, but you definitely mastered the perfection.
He teaches the class for a reason.
Yeah, I agree. Because wow, I'm impressed. Especially
and just like that. What is the big? The one with the beard on it. What is that?
Oh, the
that's
fermenter.
Sprinter's.
The fermenter has the damn beard on it. I mean, come on now, come on. You have to be a true brewmaster. You have to at least have a 4-inch beard.
Brewery uniform.
Yeah, brewing it. He hit it right on the nose. But you know, to pay homage to what this building used to be, I mean, they still have.
It's beautiful.
They have big printout. You know,
all over the
artwork
place.
of the actual Herald, and you know, paying homage to what actually used to be in this building and the facility. So, I mean, big shout out to Derek once again and his wife for what they've turned this establishment into.
I have yet to see anybody take it as far as it's been taken with this. You got really good beer, plus you have local homage paid to the city of Collinsville throughout the beer process. Like, all the beer names are related to the newspaper, and it's like perfect. The branding is perfect, and I'm not the guy to be like, but yes, good beer, good branding. The food, we'll get into that. They got some really good food too. We're not a food review company, but hey, they got some really good food.
If you are, make sure to reach out to Two Yachties and Beer. We'll get you in contact with the owner, most definitely.
So. Hey, there's nothing bad I can say about this. I was hoping I would find a bad beer so I could stick to the, Mark's an asshole, but not, fuck.
So, Mark, are we going to pull out the, hey, I say we pull out the wheel and hit it.
So what we're going to do, if this is your first time viewing the show, we are going to write 1 through 9 on this wheel. And what we're going to do is, whatever number we land on, that's the rank of beer we have to drink. Currently, the beer that won first place is Sports Page Lite.
Sports Page Lite. Go ahead and beat it on your chest, Corey. Go ahead.
Yeah, Sports Page.
That's all right.
But guess what? Impressionable got second place. It kind of makes sense.
It does. It does.
It kind of makes sense.
Keep on going. Let's
so,
get the lineup.
For third place, though, we had 2 of them. They were neck to neck. Late Edition and Apricot Weekend.
Okay.
And then, Brew Fest was also in there.
So we had 3 tied for third place.
3 tied, yeah.
Sweet.
And then we went, after that third place, it jumped straight down to the next one after that, Printers Inc., then the Weekend Edition, and then Miners Coalsch. Miners Coalsch, I thought they had it. In the beginning, but then.
So Miners Coalsch was last place.
They got last place.
It's so funny that you.
I thought they were going to win.
It's just hilarious. And I think this really happens in domestic beers, that the light version of all beers, Bud Light, Coors Light, Miller Light, is probably drank more than their actual Budweiser, Coolers, and Miller.
Yeah. Yeah.
Would you not agree being a brewmaster?
Yeah.
So it's kind of funny that here he is, a brewmaster, and his light version of the bold version won, and his bold version was last place, and everything in between fell right through. So big shout out to Corey and doing a great job on your brews, man. I appreciate you and having the time to sit down and talk to us and educate us on each and every one of your brews. I really appreciate it.
All right, so now let's get the wheel. We'll be right back.
All right, folks, we're back.
Yes, we are.
For the final
Wheel of Death.
Yes. So at this part of the show is where me and Mark will spin the wheel, and whatever it lands on is the number that of what placed in the review that we actually have to get the glass and drink
it.
And
So,
you know what? I'm actually happy because regardless if it's last place or not, each one of these beers
pretty good.
were decent. I mean, there was not a score of under 3 this entire show, which is very impressive.
Yeah, very rare. Usually we have a beer that I'm like, oh God, don't let
dirty
it land
socks.
on this number. Don't
Dirty
let
laundry.
it land on that number.
Smells like somebody pissed around here.
Yeah.
You know, but definitely we
with
didn't
this.
get that, not at all. So you wanna start the wheel spinning?
All right, here we go. Honestly, what number?
Boy, if you get one,
is what I need.
If you get one, I'm gonna be pissed.
That's my favorite beer.
Oh, 7. What we got?
7 is Exclusif. Oh, I'm winning.
Oh, you're winning.
I'm winning. That's a good one.
You like that? So great job on your spin. Let's see if I get the 1.
I'll be jealous if you do.
Ooh, 3.
3. Oh, okay. Apricot Weekend.
Oh, I'm winning. I'm winning.
Yeah,
that's a little bit of wheat with a little bit of cider. And once again, folks, let's go ahead and get that pour from our brewmaster Corey. We got the apricot wheat, and what else we got? The Exclusif.
Yeah.
And that's the drink that we have to drink the rest of.
Take it to the head.
We'll be right back. All right, we're back. The moment awaits.
The moment of truth.
We're getting served by the brewmaster and the owner himself. Oh, no, the owner didn't want to come. So we got the brewmaster coming to serve the drinks. We got what we got?
I got impressive. Exclusif. God.
Oh, damn, that printer's
beers
ink done kicked in, folks.
Exclusif.
And I got the apricot
Weekend.
The apricot weekend.
And I got Exclusif.
So once again, big shout out to Derek and the whole staff. Big shout out to Corey, everybody that played a toll in allowing us to have this happen. If you guys get a chance, make sure that you bring your asses down here to Collinsville, Illinois, to the Old Herald Brewery and Distillery. Try out some of the brews, get a dinner, take a couple shots of what Derek has,
Get your sports page Lite.
Yeah, get your sports page Lite, number 1. Enjoy on Friday, Saturday nights. They have a great lineup of music, and you can finish your night out with the Cold Herald and some of their ice cream. So, Yachty,
cheers.
Cheers. Make sure that you follow us on Facebook and all that good shit. And
until next time.
Until next time, folks, it's Yada Die.
Yeah.